Hello everybody and welcome back to another Football Manager 2021 experiment. In this one, with all the trouble surrounding United and how they are struggling, allegedly, even though they are second in the table, the type of football they are playing is not very good. But to try and close the gap on Manchester City, I still think, and I think many of you do as well, that they require a few more additional players. So this experiment, we're going to see if we can bring an old legend back to Old Trafford in the shape and form of Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he come back and save Manchester United? Here we are then. We are into the Manchester United hub, and we'll just see exactly what has Ronaldo done for United. Has he helped him or has he not? A few seasons, as we can see here, the little bit of a graph. We doesn't look like we've won the league, but I think we may have won it in one of the seasons that he has played. Now, unfortunately with Ronaldo, because of how old he is, he's only managed, I think we did a 5-season and he retired in the final season. So I think we only may have got 4 seasons with him. I've done quite a few experiments with Ronaldo and he seems to retire at 39. So we don't get that 5th season out of him. So unfortunately, so 4 seasons, I suppose it's good enough to see if he can get us any closer to Manchester City at least, or whoever wins the title. So we bring him in the 2021 season. United finished 2nd. We'll have a look more closely. In fact, we'll have a look more closely at the tables now, actually, shall we? So the 2021 season, Manchester United finished 2nd. They are still some way off the leaders. In fact, 8 points. I suppose that's not too bad. It's not too bad. They have improved a little bit, so it's no different to what they're doing now at the moment, I guess, except the leaders are not Liverpool. But the first season, Ronaldo's there. He does well. He helps United get to 2nd spot, so there's no change there. 2nd season, they remain in 2nd spot. Again, another 8 points behind. This time they fall short of Manchester City. The following season, they finished 3rd. So I'm assuming by this point, Ronaldo is around about 38 years old and he's still going strong. But they lose 5 games this season. Not as many as the previous ones, I guess. Yeah, 6th season, that's it, 6. So not losing many. And then I think this is his final season. And they win it by 6 points. It's a long wait. As soon as he retires, United drop off back to where they where they are. But we'll see the likes of who is still in the team, who have United bought, and do they attract better players if Ronaldo is playing for them. So let's just have a look at Ronaldo's career then since he came back to Old Trafford. So in the first season, they finished 2nd. He contributes quite well, actually. 19 goals in 35 games, 6 assists and 7 player of the match awards. But he does finish with 30 goals in 56 games. So more notably, he plays every single game virtually that season. The following season, they finished 2nd again. This time he's dropped off ever so slightly. 15 goals in 36. 13 assists though this time. So it's not that much difference. Probably slightly better actually, to be fair. And 12 player of the match. I think this is probably a better season. 23 goals in total. 18 assists. Absolutely phenomenal. The season they finished 3rd then. The big one before his exit season, I guess. 16 goals. Slightly better. 6 assists and 6 player of the matches. But he does score 26 goals in 44. So absolutely phenomenal there. And then in the Premiership winning season then. 13 goals, 18 in total, 6 player of the 6 assists and 6 player of the match awards. So he dropped off ever so slightly in the 3rd season there, but he's maintained his 7.5 and above. In fact, 7.7 above. So 7.6 being his worst one, and I suppose that's when United finished 3rd. But absolutely phenomenal, really is. But they're not bad stats though. Not bad stats for somebody who's 38, 39 years old. As we see what he is currently at the moment, he's the currently manager. He's unemployed. He's only just retired though, to be fair. So United then, in contrast then, for the results, we'll see how well they've done. So in the first season then, they let's see which competitions. They get knocked out of the quarterfinals to Man City though. Did Ronaldo score? I know it was Marcus Rashford actually, and the FA Cup is still plodding along in that. Some good scores going in there. Lose to Chelsea. They get knocked out in the Champions League, but they come back to... So they lose 2-0 away at PSG. And they beat them 3-0 at home. That's nice. Did Ronaldo have anything to do with it? He did a penalty and a goal in the 95th minute as well. Absolutely fantastic. I'm assuming that's extra time. They're through to the finals. There's a FA Cup. So they're in the final of the FA Cup. They're in the final Champions League as well. So they lose to Man City in the FA Cup final, which is unfortunate. what a first season that would have been. Finishing second, winning the FA Cup and they did win the Champions League with the smashed Dortmund with Ronaldo again scoring a goal and a few other players as well. But yeah, the loss to Man City in the FA Cup final can't be helped. I guess Rashford scored again against them, really. So yeah, not a bad first season. So they get the Champions League straight away. So the following season, let's have a quick look, see how well they did. They lose in extra time to Arsenal in the European Super Cup, so that's disappointing. But they are progressing to PSV again in the Champions League group stages. Beat Sevilla. They lose to penalties to Sheffield United, though. The group stages still. Did they beat PSG? Yeah, PSV. So they play PSV, not PSG, in the Champions League. They win that rather comfortably. Again, winning games relatively easy. Club World Championship, they've done that. Well, they seem to like that competition. Ronaldo scoring the winner in the final in that one, so it did help them there. Once again, this time they do get knocked out of the Champions League as holders to Real Madrid, 2-1 on both counts. Rashford scoring. Every time United lose, it seems to be Rashford scoring, though. Has anybody else noticed that? The quarterfinal, they beat Sheffield United. They get the revenge over the Carabao Cup exit. And they're in the final again. And they win the FA Cup final this time round, exacting revenge on Manchester City. And then they get involved again in the Club World Championships once more. They still take a trophy with them, so that's nice. Something that hasn't happened recently, I have to say. So they start off pretty well. Again, in the all competitions. Losing the first game to Arsenal. They play in the Champions League once again. I think they finished third this season, did they not? And they lost to Barcelona. Did they beat them before then, Barcelona? They lost 2-0, so they didn't beat Barcelona at all, but they do progress. Carabao Cup quarterfinals are still in, semi-finals. They're in the final of the Carabao Cup, so how many trophies? I mean, they're literally unbeaten this season. The knockout stages, they beat Inter there. The Carabao Cup final, they win 4-0 against Chelsea. Who scored in that one? There's Harry Kane. Harry Kane's playing for Man United. Interesting. Inter, yeah, fine. And the quarterfinals in the FA Cup, still progressing through that. They beat Liverpool over 2 legs in the Champions League quarterfinals. But they go through in away goals, do they? I think they do. I think they go through to the final of the FA Cup once again. And the Champions League. They lose 3-1 to Barcelona this time, so they still haven't been able to beat Barcelona. But they still come away with a trophy. They've been to the final in the FA Cup 3 times now, since Ronaldo's been there. So there's an improvement. Did he score? No, he didn't. Did he not play? Has he not been playing Ronaldo? It doesn't appear like Ronaldo's been playing in this season. I'm just intrigued. Against Nottingham Forest? No, nothing. Really? No. Did he? Oh, there he is. He did score. So he did play. He has played in this season. Did he score in this? Ronaldo, he did score in the Champions League as well. I should have just looked straight to that one, shouldn't I? In the Champions League, it's an absolute phenomenal record he has in the Champions League there. But again, they get into finals, so they're getting past the semi-final hoodoos, and they are progressing to the finals. But they do win another trophy. So did they win the? They did win the Carabao Cup, so they win 2 trophies this season. Absolutely phenomenal. I think they may have won the league this time round as well, isn't it? Or is it this final? I think it's this final one that they won the league. De Gea gets his testimonial against Atletico Madrid with a 1-0 victory there. The Community Shield, they win that as well. And they progress through the Champions League, as you probably would expect. Just a few losses in the Premiership there. The Carabao Cup quarterfinals are progressing nicely in that. Do they get through to all finals, I wonder? Carabao Cup 2-1 there. Bow out on penalties in the semi-final. So they don't retain the Carabao Cup then. I suppose it's not that important, but they are progressing through the Champions League. Bayern Munich, 3-0 there. Kane, Rashford and Barbosa now they've got as well. So they are building for the future. So maybe Ronaldo coming does tip the balance over to getting better players in and more players wanting to come here. If Ronaldo could come here, why not anybody else? Martial scoring in the 1-1 draw there. The Champions League, I think they bow out. Barcelona beat them. Oh, that's fortunate. Oh no. When did they score their goal? It's that 43rd minute goal by Tete. Oh, that's unfortunate. But they do make the final in the FA Cup. They are trophyless this season. But again, a 4th FA Cup final on the bounce with Ronaldo in the team, but they do win the more important trophy, and that is the league. So really phenomenal stuff there. And then obviously the final season where they do not have Ronaldo because he was retired, which was a big blow. It's supposed to be a big blow to anybody. But the Champions League, the Carabao, see where they progress. They do lose to Atletico Madrid, but they bow out to West Ham in the Carabao Cup. They're still progressing through the Champions League. They're the group stages. The FA Cup starts. The Carabao Champions League knockout round. They go through against Real Madrid this time, drawing and winning. It's a good result. They do bow out to Man City though over 2 legs in the quarterfinal, and they get knocked out by Chelsea in the FA Cup. So back to normal then, back to reality with Man United. It's all gone to pot since Ronaldo announced his retirement in the end of the previous season. So yeah, there you can see a massive difference. But more importantly than that, even I suppose, is there any more important? We do get a trophy. They sit in finals. They do win trophies. I think they won a trophy each season, didn't they? And the moment Ronaldo announces his retirement, they don't win. So let's have a look at some of the transfers that went through. So if we go back to the beginning once more, who do they bring in? The Tufin from Marseille, 26 million. Amad Diallo, we know all about. Luis Philippe. Pepe, they bring Pepe in. Jack Grealish, they bring in on £50 million as well. And Locatelli. But who do they leave? Palestri goes out on loan. Okay, that's fine. Let's just put this in some sort of order. Fred goes 14 million to Zenit. Bailey goes for 13 million. Phil Jones. They managed to get rid of Phil Jones. Who were the suckers to take him then? Lille, of course. Fosu Mensah goes. Mata goes. So they do get rid of a lot of deadwood in this team. Then players that needed to go. Rojo, he's out on loan. Some of the other players as well. The following season, they bring in Jack Butland. They bring in Casas. Amrabat, Barbosa, and Harry Kane. £109 million signing Harry Kane. Oh my word. He's now 31 years old. How has he done? 16, 11, 14. I think Ronaldo did better than him, really. Did he not? 25. Although saying that, having Ronaldo and Kane up front, that's pretty scary for any defensive line. Who do they manage to get rid of that season? Lingard's gone. Gone on loan. Diallo's gone on loan. Mason Greenwood's even out on loan. What? I suppose if you got Ronaldo, you got Harry Kane. There's no room for Mason Greenwood, just out of interest. He is worth a fair bit as well. Stats look very good. And he has been putting away for Valencia. 12 goals. I mean, 14 in total, 13 in total. He comes back to United and he's got... Yeah, he's doing all right. Anybody really? Ethan Laird goes out on loan. Andres Pereira goes to Shakhtar for £15 million. So Diego Dalot. Luke Shaw goes for 15 to Hertha. Goes to Germany. Oh my word. To get rid of Twanzebe as well. 15 million. Who else do they bring in then? Kulusevski from Juventus. And Kimmich. They bring Kimmich in as well from Bayern Munich. Marvellous. Dan James goes to Everton. That's good. Scott McTominay leaves as well. And, I mean, how old is Tominay? He's only 28 years old, though. And he's been in Italy for a few seasons now. I don't think he's been doing as well. But it seems to be, though, by the average rating, though. Final season, obviously, they didn't make any... Did they not make... They didn't make any signings. What? They didn't make any signings in the Premiership winning season. There's no signings here. Did they get any freebies? No, nothing. They didn't make any signings whatsoever. Unbelievable. So obviously thinking with Ronaldo, they don't need any signings. My God. Wow, that's massive. And I think this was the championship winning season, wasn't it? And they did it without any signings. Did they let go of any people? 60 million Pepe, Butland goes. So no signings in the championship winning season. Wow. That's huge. And then the following season, £141 million spent. Florentino, Luis, McNeil, Militao, Moore, and Diego as well. So really, the Florentino, he's the big signing in midfield. So they are spending the money, which is pretty decent. And once again, Lindelof goes to Barcelona for £11.5 million. Amazing. Diallo's still out on loan, bless him. Wan-Bissaka goes to Real Madrid for £31 million. Goodness me. He's 27 years old. Why'd you let him go? Unbelievable. Apart from that first season, second season with United, He's not really performed as well as he has done in his first season with Real Madrid. He'll probably drop off after that now, though. Well, there's the signings. I'm just still shocked at this. No signings here. So let's have a look at the current squad then. So no Ronaldo. Obviously, he's retired. So if we go through the goalkeepers, then Henderson and De Gea are still there. De Gea is still a class act. Absolutely fantastic. Luis Philippe. Harry Maguire's still there. He's chugging it out at 32. Kimmich is there. Tellez. I suppose if you got Kimmich, I thought Kimmich was alright. He is a right back, so that's probably why they didn't need Wan-Bissaka, I guess. Tellez on the left, so there's no Shaw. Tellez is playing probably. Van de Beek is still there. How's Van de Beek done? He has played more games than he's actually done with United at the moment. So Solskjaer needs to be having a look at this. Who else have they got? Pogba's still there. Bruno's still there. How's Bruno done with the impact of Ronaldo? Still pretty decent, isn't it? Look at that. And Pogba, obviously he's still there. Ronaldo's retired, but is he the reason that he stayed? Was he the reason he stayed? A good season in 18-19. After that, he's literally dropped off, hasn't he, really? Not that particularly good, but he has stayed. What's he on? £350,000 a week. Just out of interest, Bruno, what's he on now? 230. Okay. We did see Harry Kane somewhere as well. Harry Kane is still there with Rashford. How's Rashford done? He's 27 years old now. £245,000 a week. He has scored. So having Ronaldo there has improved him one hell of a lot. Fantastic stuff. And obviously Harry Kane. We've got to have a look at Harry Kane. 31 years old. Still dishing it out. And yeah, he's been scoring. So does the impact of having Ronaldo in the team bring in the better players? That's the question. And I don't think there's any way of finding this out. But it speaks for itself, though. I don't think United would have been able to get Harry Kane, that's for sure. I don't think. But he's been scoring goals. It's been all right, though. He's reaching 8s. That's phenomenal. That is really good. Who else is in there? Barbosa. I'm intrigued. And Martial's still there. He's another forward. What's he done? Not as great, though, I guess. And Martial, he's still there. He's 29 years old. They haven't sold him off. Not really. He had a good season there, though. Championship winning season, didn't really have that much to say about it. More coming on as impact sub more than anything, I guess. Let's just check the finances as well, because they must be rich if Ronaldo's in there. So £257 million. They've got loads of money to spend. This is at the end of the 5th season. And I tell you what, things are looking bright if they bring in Ronaldo. They can finish second and they can get a Premiership win. They can get a Champions League win. They can get to the final of the FA Cup every season. And they get to the Carabao Cup final as well. So they have been involved in every competition right to the very end every season. Or thereabouts. A lot better than what they are actually doing now. They just seem to have a bit more fight about them. But with Ronaldo in the side, does that mean better players? Obviously it must be. Harry Kane's in there. They do bring in some others as well. And it's even Kimmich at the back. Even letting go of Wan-Bissaka. And some of the others. But they still managed to keep Pogba. They still managed to keep Bruno as well. Rashford's still hanging around. They're not letting go of these players. Even De Gea's staying. So, Ronaldo, I think, can save United. But only for a couple of seasons. If they're going to get him, they need to get him now. Because in about 4 years' time, this guy is going to retire. And you won't see the likes of him ever again, I don't think. In short, Ronaldo can save United, at least bring in a better brand of players and start this whole process going again. Just out of interest, with Ronaldo coming, who are the owners? I'm intrigued about the owners now. Woodward's still chairman, but there is no Glazers. So the Glazers are out. The Glazers are out. So what happened there? Just out of interest. That's just happened in the 24-25 season. So December 24. We've got to wait for the Glazers to go. Is that something we really have to wait for? Woodward tried to put in a takeover bid in the July of 24, but he does manage to successfully do it later on. But that's not likely to happen now, I don't think, unless he comes back, because obviously we know he is leaving in real life. We say he's resigning. He was always going to leave, so there's a bit of a false news there. But does he come back? Or does he sign another contract? Who knows? But if he comes back, without the influence of the Glazers, will he be better? Or do we have to wait to 2024 for the Glazers to leave? But either way, United, without Ronaldo, slump back to 4th. With Ronaldo, they're in every final. They win things, more importantly, and they do bring the Premiership back to Old Trafford. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it here. If you'd like to see another player, or do we bring multiple players into the United team and see how well they do? If that's the sort of thing you want to see, then please let me know. Let me know in the comments below the type of player you want to see in that can probably save United. It could be 1 player, it could be 2, it could be 3 players, or just a handful of players. With them sort of players, will they help United retain their status in the Premiership as being the best? But for now then, guys, thanks very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you next time for the next one.